let's get to work here. We're back with the talking house. It's still beige. Hey! Sit on it! Because also it's a big fan of Happy Days. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. There we go. Everybody says, alright, everybody's on board now. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Yes, as I recall, we were discussing whether or not homes have a childhood, since this game is clearly being narrated by a suburban split-level house. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long? Why would you imagine that you couldn't have friends, House? I mean, there's nothing wrong with you. Your garage seems a little bit small, but that's not the kind of thing that's going to preclude you from ever having friends. Can I be the cute girl with the pixie cut? No, Poseidon, you are exclusively going to be a house. You're the narrator. That's the way this is going to work. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Now this is getting a little weird, because I don't really see a house going to high school, unless it was a high school or maybe next to a high school. She's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. That sentence is completely nonsensical for a house. One, it can't run, and two, it seems like it'd be real easy to fucking catch being non-modal. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Okay, so the person narrating clearly is me, Perfidious Pete. Ha ha! Is that a thing that kids say today nowadays? When you walk up to somebody at the bus stop, do you go, ha ha, and then like judo chop them? I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Okay, so this is me narrating, not a house named Pete. For a second, I thought it was a good-looking suburban home who also had the name of Pete, but no, this is me. Yeah, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Pete. Ooh, she looks quite cross. Look how small her mouth got. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. I don't know, what's wrong with this chick? Why wouldn't you want her as your girlfriend? Apart from having a very tiny mouth, she seems agreeable. Suddenly, she's super happy. Ah, the mood swings of the average teenage girl. Fine, fine, Sayori says. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori, yeah. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Wait a minute, you said the school was across the street. If it's across the street, suddenly you're walking miles and miles while the streets become speckled with other students making their daily commute? Which one is it? Do you live across the street from the school, or is it far away? By the way, Pete, have you decided on a club to join yet? I was thinking about drama. I don't know, chat. What do you guys think? What clubs were you in high school? There is very little striking in judo. Mostly it's grips, locks, throws, and strangles. What clubs do you recommend, chat? I personally am thinking about drama because that's where all the, let's just say, available women. They always wind up in drama. All the hot chicks who, you know, are DTF, they always join the drama club. That's what I'm saying. A club? Pete asks. I told you already. I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. Sweet, so you just want to like knock off after school pack and come back to my place and just get down with the sex then. That's my kind of club. Let's join the Team You Pregnant Club. We're going to join the Teenage Pregnancy Club with this young lady. I haven't been looking either, you know, because that whole teen pregnancy sounds like a thing I want to be a part of. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. I don't remember doing that. Except for the Teen Pregnancy Club. Is that what you're referring to? Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Wow, man, I'm a dick. I don't care about this young lady at all. We've been friends forever, and I'm very casually dismissive of her. Man, I'm a jerk. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. While I actively despise anime, stop fucking putting words in my mouth, Doki Doki Literature Club. I do like to spend my free time on games, that's for certain. And getting by on average isn't something I'm content to settle for. It's the best I can do, game. It's the best I can do.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college.
I already have a degree, ma'am, in literature, in fact.
Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world.
What's a NEET? Okay, somebody who's a little more, let's go with the word young. Somebody who's a little younger than me, please explain to me what a NEET is, because Perfidious Pete is a curmudgeonly old crank, and I don't know. I don't know what that is. Somebody elucidate for me, please. Educate the Pete. If your happiness is important to me, why aren't you naked?
You trust me, right?
I mean, we've been friends since we were little, sure.
Don't make me keep worrying about you.
You seem concerned for my well-being. I mean, that sort of gets you points. All right, baby. I'll look at a few clubs if it'll make you happy. Still, though, the Teenage Pregnancy Club is the only one I want to join, though. No promises, because the Teenage Pregnancy Club is back there, and I don't like condoms.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
To impregnate you? Absolutely, I will definitely try a little to impregnate you. Damn Skippy, I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Okay, hold on a second, self. I'm gonna have a little internal argument here. How carefree can she be if she's spending all of her time obsessing over us and lecturing us? It seems like a carefree girl wouldn't lecture us at all. She'd be like, hey, do whatever you want. Let myself relent to her? Well, I mean, come on, she's adorable. Of course you relented to her. She seems spunky, she's cute, she's interested in us. Why wouldn't we relent? How else are we gonna get a crack at, making her a teen pregnancy statistic? I guess seeing her worry about me so much makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Man, I'm a real douche nozzle, though. Like, my guy's an asshole. This game's making me a real jerk. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Oh, you have a choice, sir. Please, that should be the one you start and cross off immediately. You should start with, definitely not joining this club, because anime is by and large trash.
Hello?
What's up, Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in.
Man, she really knows us, though, right? Is this porn? I don't think so, Chad.
Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
By my vacuousness? Alright, well, you're easily impressed. I like that about you. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought,
Well, no, I really don't. You look sheepish, though, and your cheeks blushing adorably. You know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori. I mean, please, girl. Come on.
Yeah!
Oh, wait, that's not a yay. She just said yeah. There's no way I'm going to your club, unless it's the Teen Pregnancy Club, as previously mentioned. But I notice you still have on a lot of clothing for entrance into the Teen Pregnancy Club. Then again, I don't know what you got under that skirt. Could be going commando.
Meanie.
Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Why wouldn't I join that? That's great. It's way better than anime. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. Well, how the hell is she vice president then? I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. It's exactly the same way that both Joe Biden and Mike Pence got the job. They were the first one to show interest. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less, so we're what, like Secretary of State then, I guess? Yeah, I'm gonna go to the anime club. No, I'm not. I'm not going to the anime club. You can't make me, game. I will not fucking be railroaded here.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway? Why is my guy so oblivious to the fact that this chick really wants to sex us? And why is he so unwilling to accept her sex?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
You're sold. Hot chicks and cupcakes. I'm there. Hot chicks, cupcakes, literature. This club has literally everything. If you tell me right now you're reading Henry James, I may just have a spontaneous orgasm right here in this chair. Don't make promises you can't keep. Although in this case, I think you may be able to deliver on this one, Sayori. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. It's best to err on the side of cunning, I find, when dealing with the fairer sex. I let out a long sigh. Don't tell me when I sigh, game. I'm reading Henry James. What are you reading, chat? I love Henry James. Golden Bowl? Portrait of a Lady? Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake and maybe a small bit of sex as well.
Yay, let's go.
Why is in-game Pete saying, I'll enjoy the literature club with hot girls and free cupcakes? Exactly. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Well, I mean, there are worse things to sell your soul for. Homer Simpson sold his for a donut. It seemed to work out pretty well. We got a fucking cupcake out of the deal. I dejectedly follow Sayori. Don't tell me I'm dejected. I'm following a hot girl to get a cupcake and read sweet literature with potentially other hot girls. This is the greatest day in the life of Perfidious Pete. I'm not dejected at all. Section of the school I rarely visit, but generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open a classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here!
I told you don't call me a new member. No, you can say the word member when referring to Pete as much as you want. Call me a new member. By new member, I assume you're talking about my penis, and it is new to the club. Please feel free to make use of it. I glance around the room. Hello, baby. Ooh. Hey, baby, what's up? You got purple eyes. And also, your hair looks... You look like a Marvel. You look like one of the Inhumans. You look like Medusa from the Inhumans. Girl 1. Does the game objectify women much? This girl doesn't even have a name. She's just Girl 1. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's my pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Oh, hello, Girl 2. No, why do you have some kind of weird demon symbol on your forehead? So you're definitely some kind of demonic critter. Also, none of these people have eyes that are appropriate colors except Sayori. She has blue eyes. This woman has the red eyes of a succubus, and she has the purple eyes of a hellhound. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Uh-oh. Girl 2? I don't think you and I are going to get along. Girl 1 seemed to style on my junk. I'm pretty sure Sayori's ready to hop on my jock. What's your deal?
Ah, Pete, what a nice surprise.
I have the same voice as Sayori. She has extra eyeballs, though. Okay. What is that going on with your face, lady? What are those above your eyes? Actually, they all have 2 sets of eyebrows. I'm just noticing. Actual eyebrows? Then whatever those are.
Welcome to the club.
I say ... She has green eyes. Okay, you might potentially also be human. All words escape me in this situation. Yeah, because it's the greatest day in the life of a high school-aged Perfidious Pete. Literature club, cupcakes, potential 5-way sex with 4 hot babes. I may just pass out right here. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Exactly. Thank you for finally catching on, young idiot Pete.
What are you looking at?
If you want to say something, just say it. I was looking at a hot chick who, I think potentially may be a demon because you have some kind of weird infinity symbol scrawled into your forehead, but still. Demon's not necessarily a deal breaker, girl. Sorry, I didn't mean to stare. Natsuki.
Huh.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she'll probably a first year. What, just because she has a more athletic build than the other two young ladies who have really, like, largish busts? Perfidious Pete likes an athletic build. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. See, she can cook, too!
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Oh, stick your tongue in my ear, though, Sayori. That's what I want.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy.
Why does Sayori sound like Mickey Mouse? Am I the only one who hears that? How does that house fit inside of a single room in a high school?
And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. By more mature, do you just mean she has larger breasts? Why don't you just say she has larger breasts? It's nice to meet both of you. And if we could perhaps maybe make a menage a trois later with, if you guys want to make a Pete sandwich, I'm going to volunteer to be the meat.
It sounds like you already know who Monica is. Is that right?
Yes. Hello, Monica. That's right. I'm the girl from Friends. I was ably played by Courtney Cox in all 9 seasons of the eponymous TV show. It's great to see you again, Pete. Monica smiles sweetly and thrusts her chest out while simultaneously arcing her back to make her derriere more. She's presenting like a mandrill. She may be in heat, chat. I think we gotta go for it. Those blue eyes look like a stained glass nugget. Don't make fun of her eyes. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. How can you know each other well if you rarely talked? I'm having an internal diet. I'm telling you, I'm getting conflicting information from inside my own brain with the narration here. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. Well, alright. Finally, internal Pete and actual Pete agree on one thing. She's definitely out of our league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little strange, bizarre, otherworldly, surreal. Yeah, you too, Monica. Wow, that's an actual Pete response when approached by an attractive woman. You too, Monica. Like, have a nice day and stuff.
Come sit down, Pete. We made a room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica.
Why don't the two of you maybe sit on my lap? What do you say? Plenty of room.
I'll get the cupcakes.
You're gonna sit on my lap and there are cupcakes? This day just keeps getting better and better, chat. Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Yes, let's have... You know what you girls should do? You guys should get out some hot oil and wrestle over which one of you gets to bring and feed me cupcakes. How does that sound? Make some tea as well? Okay. Yuri? Wait a minute, I just noticed this woman's name is Yuri. Does she have 48-pack abs? If she has 48-pack abs, then this is getting a little... We're taking this off the rails. Yes, okay, she have Yuri voice from now on, I think. No, it just doesn't work. Yuri would be upset with me. Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tree and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take the seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Please tell me she's gonna take off her top. Damn!
Oh, wow!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears.
So cute!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious!
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Well, why don't you just come here and let me dab that off with my tongue? I turn the cupcake around in my fingers looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she's made it herself. And I also wonder how much virgin's blood was in the icing, because probably since she's a demon, the answer is some. That's also probably what makes it taste so sweet. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
What? Why are you thanking me? It's not like I
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did. Sayori said,
Well, maybe. But not for you, you know, you dummy.
is she just being coy? Is that what it is? You don't have to play coy with me, girl. All right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? You know what else helps me enjoy a good book? How about a hot cup of sex? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Yeah, and you know what, Monica? It's fucking working. I'm way impressed. That's not it. Insulted, Yuri looks away. 4 hot chicks, and they all want me. This is the exact opposite of my actual high school experience, by the way. I'm going to be completely out of my depth. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know, I believe you. I don't know what I'm agreeing to believe, but that's what the dialogue says, so I believe you. Tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. What are you talking about? Tea and reading is absolutely the pastime for me. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. Everybody's smiling at me. Now I'm beginning to wonder if they're not just fucking with me. Like, if this had happened to actual Pete in high school, this would be 4 chicks just completely screwing with me. So what made you consider the literature club? Well, Sayori said she needed me to come by, and I walked in, and there were 4 attractive women in it, and I said, yes, the literature club is for me. Also, you know, literature degree, once again. I'm not afraid of this question at all. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Why not? Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... Great, my internal thanks a lot, brain. This is where Pete's having an argument with his own brain. It's like the Homer Simpson thing where he's like, don't say revenge, don't say revenge, don't say revenge, and then he just writes down revenge. That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? Well, you know, usually when I'm at home, I relax in my underwear, so... What do you say? Want to make me feel at home? We could all strip down to our boxers. What's that? You're not wearing boxers? Well, I guess we'll just have to make do, won't we? As president of Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. So the boxer thing then, right? I think this is the LGBT club. I got no problem with that. Let's do it. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Wow, you know, maybe she just fucking likes to read, Pete. I really want to punch my own self in the head, because Digital Pete is kind of a dick. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. She's doing that thing again, where she's poking her butt out and sticking her chest out at me. I don't know how to interpret this. I don't know how to interpret your posture, ma'am. It's both simultaneously friendly, but also aggressively sexual. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. I mean, yeah, you're right. I'm very surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. The hottest girl in school starts a literature club. I'm pretty sure this place should be a complete and total sausage fest. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. What are you talking about? Literature is the greatest thing ever. It's basically magic in book form. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. You've convinced me, Monica. I'm sold. I'll do whatever you want. I'm your willing puppet at this point. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. I would prefer that the club not grow at all, Monica. I should prefer that the club remain exclusively with the current 5 members. All in favor of remaining club at exactly these 5 members? Please raise your hand and say aye. Right, everyone? Yay! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Okay. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Sexing Perfidious, Pete? Is that the goal? Good God, I hope that's the... Please let that be the goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these 3. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Or maybe they just really want some deep dicking. Did you ever think about that, Pete? Young Pete! Think about it. 4 hot women, socially isolated, desperate for new friendship. This is your moment, man. Seize the day. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. God damn, I hate Digital Pete. I hate him. So, Pete, what kinds of things do you like to read? Literally anything that has words on it. I will read any category of literature. I'll read newspapers, periodicals. I'll read the back of a cereal box if you put it in front of me. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. I've read 12 novels this month so far already, and it's December 6th. Manga. No. That's actually one of the few things I would... God, I hate Digital Pete. They're all gonna bring a sexual harassment suit against you. Probably, yes. Hey, Blank, welcome to the stream. Also playing Doki Doki. Pete is playing as Bizarro Pete. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Oh, she likes manga. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. She's going to talk about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and how great it is instead of a cacophony of madness and terror. Not much of a reader, I guess. No, again, like I said, I've basically read 2 novels a day so far every day this month. Blank, welcome to the Ninth Circle. Thanks very much for the follow. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with a finger. She does not appear to be holding a teacup, but tracing the rim of your teacup with a finger makes me wonder what else you might trace the rim of with my finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Oh, she's a Game of Thrones chick. Sweet. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Do you like erotica, Yuri? Yes? No? Is that a yes? Her eyes perked up. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Well, no, I mean, I've seen most of the tropes at this point in my literary career, Yuri, but I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror comic book once. Yeah. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. How about Richard Matheson's Hell House? One of the greatest horror novels ever written. Perhaps, Pete, you should talk about Richard Matheson's Hell House. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Yeah, because past Pete is an idiot. What if she talks about the Wheel of Time? I'm going to suggest that she reads something that's not an abominable piece of trash. Or Aragon, likewise abominable trash. You want quality fantasy, I would then, if you want something with world building, maybe let's steer in the way of, say, like a Robin Hobb. Much better. We'll get her to read Assassin's Apprentice. Really? I wouldn't have expected that with Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Yeah, go read I Am Legend. That book will rock your world. Pete, you're really into Richard Matheson. Richard Matheson was great. If you haven't read him, I'm telling you, do it.
I hate horror.
Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. I looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems.
Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
I'm pretty sure this girl doesn't like to be called... Okay, chat, we've done it. Shots fired? Damn, Skippy shots fired. The Wheel of Time is bad. I'm sorry. It's not good. It's long, it's bloated, it's a story that goes absolutely freaking nowhere. The Wheel of Time is not good. But hold on a second, because now we got to get back to our angle. We got an angle here with this Natsuki girl. She's clearly the youngest in the club. She's feeling a little, like, immature. That's the one. She's our girl. She wants to prove how adult and how grown up she is. Maybe, just maybe, hopping on Perfidious Pete's jock is the way you show these girls how grown up, mature, and adult you are. By engaging in an adult relationship with old Perfidious Pete.
I'm not cute.
I mean, I beg to differ. You kind of are, actually. You write your own poems, Natsuki?
Well, I guess sometimes.
I do like poetry. Do you like Robert Browning, Natsuki?
Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Also, I fucking like poetry. Have you ever read Lord Tennyson's The Lady of Shalott? Possibly one of the greatest poems ever written. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes. Oh, she's ashamed of her poetry.
You wouldn't like them.
I like pretty much all poetry, Natsuki. I've rarely read a poem I didn't like. Not a very confident writer yet, are you? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. Truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Well, if you wanted to open up and show me a little something there, Yuri, I wouldn't mind taking a look at your heart. And by that, I mean chest. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Uh-oh. She's sweating. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay.
I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. You want to read my poetry? Okay, but I'm going to write a seductive poem. It's going to be all about you, Monica. Just be prepared for that. It's going to be chocked full of sexual innuendos. That's going to be the whole poem. I'm going to actually just title the poem Innuendo. Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. No one has sexed me yet. That's the problem.
What's that?
Again, no one has sexed me yet. Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining a club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. Never said I would join this club. God, I'm such an asshole. Saria may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. You're out of your goddamn mind, young Pete. The second they agreed to have you as a member, you fucking joined. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought because Past Pete is a fucking idiot. That's why. Look at this. You have made 4 delightfully beautiful young ladies all very sad. I want to go back and punch my old self. Again, we're clearly playing as Bizarro Pete. You're not wrong, chat. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Yeah, I just broke 4 hearts. But, I'm sorry. I thought,
Pete!
you, all y'all. I'm defenseless against these girls. See, okay. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? You're not supposed to make a clear-headed decision, Past Pete. You're supposed to make an impulsive, entirely hormone-driven decision that will ultimately get you laid. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful... Price? Writing a poem is the reward. The beautiful girls are just a fucking ancillary benefit. They're a fringe benefit, man. It's like signing up for health insurance and finding out you get dental too. You're like, hell yeah. Okay, I've decided. I'm totally in the club. I'll join the literature club. Yeah, I was in before I said that. One by one, the girl's eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up, and... This is why I joined the literature club, chat. This right here. Hot chick wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. This is what I came for. Both figuratively and literally. You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Oh, don't worry, girl. I got some for you, too. That she's doing the pose again. Stop thrusting your chest out at me. Makes me feel funny in my naughty bits. That makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks. I'm glad to be here. I look forward to a long and productive, provocative, and enjoyable relationship with all 4 of you young ladies. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Yep, write a poem. Got it. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more with those smoldering green eyes of hers. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. I'm telling you, girl, it's going to be nothing but sexual innuendos from top to bottom. I threatened to read her a poem about sexual innuendos and she thrust her chest out at me again. Yeah, I'm going to stammer a little bit here because you keep poking your boobs in my face. And I like it. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Yeah, I mean, I'm not a gifted poet, admittedly, but I understand rhyme and meter. I bet I can out-poem a high school kid. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. No, that's not anxiety. That's actually, well, it's semen welling up inside me, really. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Pete, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
Yes, I do. Because, again, we can be in 2 clubs, Sayori, and the other one is going to be the Me Teen Impregnating You Club. That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. The teen pregnancy thing seems to be going pretty well.
Yay!
Flexibility is a good trait. With that, the 2 of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. A little bit of Natsuki in my life, a little bit of Yuri by my side. A little bit of Sayori is what I need, a little bit of Monica on my seed. Yes, I said on my seed because I want her on my jock. Will I really be having spending every day after school in a literature club? Yes. I can't think of a better way to spend my time. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls, or perhaps you'll have the chance to grow closer to all of them. Natsuki is waifu. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.